And here we go. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 15 of The Huddle, our 41st episode overall. I'm your host, Ed Tate of BlueBombers.com. We're here in our palatial studios in the basement of Princess Auto Studios Stadium. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube and on X as per usual. And we're very pleased to be joined this week by Blue Bombers defensive tackle Cam Lawson. Let's do the fist bump.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Cam, for joining us. We are going to touch on the usual things like we normally do. Our Cam's road travel to Winnipeg. We'll look ahead at the stretch run here for the season. And we'll take questions from fans like we always do. Josh, we usually have something to promo here, but we do not this week because...
Yeah, this actually gives me the perfect opportunity to debut the new producer camera. So I'm not just asking questions from the void anymore. People can see my face.
He's a real person now.
That's right. Not fake. I am a real person. But yes, we had the feature item of the week for the game was dropped off at the studio yesterday because we usually have the show yesterday.
Tuesdays, yeah.
But today, it was my bad. They brought it yesterday. It was amazing. Not that I ate it, but it looked incredible.
Oh, no.
It was like this kind of brisket sandwich thing. This is a terrible promo for it because it was yesterday, but it looked incredible, and we'll have those details coming out later. But
so the brisket sandwich is for sale at the...
I think so.
On game day?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah.
What a terrible promo. I got to do better.
Could be
it's all
there,
good.
might not be.
It's all good. Okay, so we're going to, aside from not having a brisket sandwich for Cam to dive in here right now, which would have been kind of fun to see, we're going to follow the usual script. So, as we always do, we open with the Coors Light Chill Chat, and here's where I do the nice read. Welcome to the Coors Light Chill Chat, a chance to kick back and get to know the Blue Bombers players a little better. Proudly brought to you by Coors Light, the official beer and chill choice of the Blue Bombers.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light, the chill choice.
Cam was pretty excited that we have Coors Light as a sponsor. We're not partaking in any of that right now, but it's
First
good.
to finish a 24-pack.
It's the work week, though. It's the work week. Come on.
Okay, so here's what we do, Cam. This kind of a quick hitter thing to kind of, Q&A kind of questions to get things on the rolling here. So I always start with food questions, okay?
Sweet.
And the brisket thing was just a little tease, I guess. What's your game day meal?
Ooh, so I really only eat breakfast on game days.
This amazes me. Guys say that a lot.
Yeah. I like to play on an empty stomach. If I'm full during a game, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. So I'll wake up. I also sleep in extremely late. I'll probably wake up around like 12, 1 o'clock, especially if it's a later game.
Yeah.
And I'll make myself like 6 eggs, some couple bagels, some oatmeal, some yogurt, and then that'll be that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that carries you right through the end.
Right to the end, yeah.
Wow. There used to be a Bomber player, Brett McNeil. He used to eat before the game, and then he used to puke at the goalpost before.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want. His nickname was Lumpy, which is perfect. Brett McNeil's in the Hall of Fame, by the way, the Bomber Hall of Fame. Not for that, but as a player.
Yeah, if he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Okay. So if you don't eat much, the game's over. What do you do then to get calories up, or what's your cheat meal?
So after the game, I'll usually just eat whatever they have as much as I can in terms of like protein wise, because I haven't had much on the day. But cheat meal the next day is usually like Dairy Queen. Love Dairy Queen blizzards.
Yeah.
And if I'm feeling like a bigger cheat meal, I'll probably get like a pizza or something like that, like Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Love Pizza Hut. Yeah.
These guys are on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. We're talking about Gabe Wallace in Montreal at that grinder. He spent his whole per diem on the big steak.
I'm not surprised.
Who's the guy on the? Maybe it's Gabe, but who's the guy that you know on this team that can put away the most food?
Ooh, I mean, yeah, it's probably Gabe. I can put away a lot of food too.
Can you?
I ate like 70 chicken wings in one sitting once. Back in the college days.
Wow.
Or the university days. What else have I done? I've eaten 2 extra large pizzas in one sitting once. So I can eat. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because, that's bad for being a pro athlete.
Well, you put that on your resume if you're a football player.
Oh, I tell people that all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, look, in another life, I'm a speed chicken wing eater, you know?
Yeah, right on. Okay, I love the food questions. Okay, what's the best advice you've ever received from anybody?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably from my defensive coordinator from when I was at Queens, Greg Marshall. He's the D-line coach at Toronto right now.
Yeah.
CFL legend, coached and played forever. Greatest advice he ever gave me was to not tripod on the run. And I will never forget that, because every meeting in my first year there, he would pause it and he'd be like, Cam, you're tripoding again.
Why? What happens? You get blown up?
No, it was just bad technique, bad feet, and then I'd lose my gap or something like that. And he'd just pause and be like,
Okay.
you know that old man sigh where he's just like disappointed in you?
Yeah.
Just sitting there like, yeah, I'm sorry, coach. It's like the 30th time you said it.
Okay, well, that's good advice. That's football specific. I like it. What do you consider your happy place?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably traveling with like family or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Where's the best place you've been then? Give us some travel recommendations.
So I usually like to do like one trip every off season, and last off season I went to Norway with my dad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was super fun. We like hiked the fjords. We went up north to Tromsø to see the Northern Lights, and then we went to Oslo to like explore the city, and we did like a sauna like on the lake. It
Oh,
was
wow.
sweet, yeah.
Why? What was the appeal of Norway?
So my dad's side of the family is Norwegian.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to go to
Sure.
Northern Europe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where else have you been?
All over. In Europe, I've been to England, Scotland, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, Norway, Netherlands.
Holy moly.
And then I've been to Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, went to Japan. Yeah.
Jeez.
I think that's all the countries. And then like obviously the States and Mexico and stuff like that.
Wow,
yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's the next trip then? Where are you going now?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
This winter?
Yep. I got a friend out there who teaches in New Zealand. And yeah, they've gone around and like taught everywhere, like Australia and whatnot. So kind of just hop countries. And they ended up in New Zealand, and we're going to rent a camper van. I'm going to go for a couple weeks, and we're going to do the south of New Zealand. So and we'll see the Shire, from the Hobbit and stuff. Yeah. It'll be really cool.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list too. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, good for you, man. I think Gabe Wallace was there. Was it New Zealand? No. Yeah. Didn't he, when we were on, he said he lived in New Zealand for a while. And that's where he learned for about 5 years as a kid. Then he started playing rugby there.
Yeah, because his dad moved
His
out
dad
there
was
for
in
work,
the
so he moved
forestry
the whole family out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Pet peeve. Is there anything that bugs the crap out of you?
When people change the song when you're on aux on the radio, like in your car, like if you play it and you like the song and then they just, I hate that so much. Oh my God, that burns my soul.
Well, if you're driving too and they take over without getting approval.
Yeah, it's like I'm on the aux.
Yeah.
It could be your turn later,
Yeah.
Let's relax here.
Well, leads into the next question, because a couple weeks ago, after the game in Montreal, we're on the bus.
Yeah.
And Mike Miller's got the tunes going.
He was playing bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were sitting right behind me, and you knew the lyrics
I
to
was
all.
singing, yeah.
You can sing, man.
Oh yeah.
You can sing. So, what would be if you had to do the karaoke thing?
My karaoke song is "Careless Whispers" by George Michael.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love that song.
It's weird because you're wearing a Motley Crue shirt.
I love Motley Crue too, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like I guess you could sing karaoke, like "Home Sweet Home." I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You got a good voice because I was hearing you.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to know a little trade secret, I before I hit puberty, I used to do musicals and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I was big into singing in musicals. So I did a couple of those when I was younger, and then obviously, puberty changes your voice quite a bit. So
You could be in a baritone though, or something.
yeah, I mean, there's certain songs I can't sing anymore because they're just.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be able to sing like higher pitch, but
Wow.
I kind of lost that ability, and then so now I just sing in the car to myself.
What musicals were you in before you hit puberty?
I did a Dr. Seuss one, like Seussical the musical. I did a Glee musical. That was interesting. There's one more. I can't remember what it was.
See, that would be a great before and after video series.
Oh my God, I gotta find the video of me in those musicals.
Can you get
so funny.
get you to do that? Show the one and then the Careless Whisper or Motley Crue, which I would prefer. But
I'll sing Motley Crue for you. I got you.
Okay, right on. Favorite TV show or movie?
Ooh, favorite movie probably has to be Kung Fu Panda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have like a Mount Rushmore of movies.
Okay,
So
let's hear the Mount Rushmore.
I got Kung Fu Panda, Rush Hour 2.
It's amazing how people say Rush Hour 2.
Well, Rush Hour 2 is the best of all three of them, easily. The first one's amazing too, and the
Yeah.
third one's like okay, but the second one's easily the best. And then I have Roadhouse.
Yeah. The original? Or
The original, yeah. Because that was like one of my dad's favorite movies,
Yeah.
so I've seen it like a million times.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one's always like a toss-up because I love horror movies and I love like comedy movies. So it's usually between like Superbad and this movie called Incantation. It's super crazy. I don't know if you
movie?
do you like horror movies?
No.
Okay, then don't watch this. It's crazy.
That might be the first Mount Rushmore of movies that ever started with Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
The best movie of all time, easily.
And had Rush Hour 2 on it.
Honestly, Kung Fu Panda 2 would be up there too, but I don't want to put both of them up there.
See, I've seen the original Roadhouse 1,000 times too. And
So good.
And
So
so
good.
one of my favorite parts about it is Jeff Healey, who I really liked, is the band.
Yes.
Canadian blind
Yeah.
guitarist. He's amazing. Yeah. So, okay. A couple more of these, and then we'll get to the next chapter. You're stranded on an island, and you can only listen to one artist for the rest of your life. Who would you pick?
That's tough because I listen to everything. One artist for the rest of my life. Probably the Glorious Sons.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to Kingston, Ontario.
yeah,
Yeah. I've seen them a couple times. I love them. I
Is
love
that right?
everything they put out.
yeah.
So I could probably listen to them. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, and one more. Another desert island one. If you're and you need to survive, you can have one teammate that's going to help you survive the elements. Who are you picking?
One teammate. You'd have to get along with them too, or you'd probably end up killing them.
That's a good point.
Which I get along with everybody, but like I don't know. I haven't spent that much time with somebody. Survival skills too. Maybe bring Gabe because you could eat Gabe if you run out of food. You know, you'd have to like wrestle him a little bit, but
It'll keep you alive for.
Oh my
It'll keep you alive for a while.
That is the best justification we've heard to that question yet.
I'm a little bit scared how your mind's working.
because I don't know who's like a big camper and
Yeah.
and whatnot, like who can start a fire. Really, I don't know if there's
I
that
like
many
how-
guys who are like that into it. You know.
Or you're not thinking.
So I'm
about-
thinking like purpose, like because I could start a fire. It's not too difficult. And I'm just thinking food. Like you're on a deserted island, like you need something. Yeah.
So you're looking at the biggest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Okay, I like how that works. It's like I said, it's a little disturbing, but I like.
It's a little
how you-
disturbing,
yeah.
but you know, hey,
Okay.
push comes to shove, right?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's go to part 2 here. We call this always the guys road traveled. How you got to Winnipeg. This is the part that a lot of people like to know. Sort of your background. It says that your hometown's Caledon, Ontario. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was born in Brampton, and I live like right on the border of Caledon and Brampton. So I always say Brampton because nobody knows what Caledon is, anyways. And I like went to school in Brampton, played sports in Brampton, and all that stuff. Yeah.
I looked up though Caledon just out of curiosity. That's where they shot season 3 of The Reacher there. In
Oh,
that
really?
Big mansion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it says right here. I was wondering. Yeah.
It must be like further out because like Caledon like will go off into like it's less suburbia and more like nature and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You could have been in Reacher. Did you watch Reacher?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
My dad
you-
loves the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So.
you could be a.
Take some steroids. Yeah, I'll be in there.
No,
sure.
you-
For sure.
You could just go like the way you are now, man.
I
You
don't know
could-
about that.
Okay, so when did you start playing?
I think I was 12 or 13 was when I first started playing. I first started playing soccer.
Yeah.
And that was like my first love. And I played that from like house league up until I was like 12, probably I think grade 8. I was playing like pretty high level soccer. I was a goalie. And like I really wanted to go pro in that, and then I kind of just fell out of love with it because it got really intense, and I just found out that I didn't really want to pursue it like that. So I stopped playing it, and then for a little bit I didn't know what I wanted to play, so I played like volleyball for a little bit. I was a setter. And then my dad is from Portland, Maine, and he played football growing up. So he suggested, and we were a football household, like we always watched the NFL and CFL and stuff like that. So he suggested to try football. So I gave it a shot. I sucked for a couple of years. I was horrible. God, didn't know how to be aggressive at all. And then, I started to get bigger and like gain a lot of weight and like go through that whole process of growing. And then I finally like it clicked and I learned how to be aggressive and kind of just went off from there. And then played all throughout high school and city ball and stuff like that. And then, university, I went to Queens in Kingston, Ontario. That was a great time, great coaches, great people, great teammates. I still talk to a lot of them. Yeah. Still some of my best friends. Played there for 4 years, and then I got drafted to Montreal.
Right.
Spent my first year there, and then, traded over to Winnipeg.
You said, just kind of rewind for a sec, you said you learned how to get aggressive.
Yeah.
How did you learn that?
I don't know, just kind of like a switch flipped one day. Like I remember the play.
Really?
Because I started playing tight end my first year. And then I switched to middle linebacker the next year because I got a little bigger. And I used to just like catch blocks instead of like, being the hammer instead of the nail. So there was one play I was just like, I don't know. I think the running back like pissed me off the play before. He had done something stupid. And so I was running him down on like a wide stretch play. And I like grabbed him and we were out of bounds and I like tossed him onto the track. And I was like, sit down. Oh. And my parents were like, oh my God, it's happening. He's unlocked it. Oh, man. And then from there, I just I started hitting harder and like learned how to play more aggressively. And then I got bigger. And I think from like grade 9 to grade 10, I went from like 220 to like 260, 270, and like 6'3".
Okay.
So I moved to D tackle, and then yeah.
Josh coaches volleyball. Can you imagine this guy as a setter?
I cannot.
I had the silky mitts.
I bet you do. Pillow hands.
Oh yeah. And I could block well too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
There's not many people with your physique now that are playing volleyball though.
And I played some beach volleyball too. It was fun.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, you mentioned. This is kind of weird. I was looking back here. You mentioned being drafted by Montreal. So, you're still a young dude, but you've had some things happen already. Like you drafted and then you lose a year because of COVID.
Yeah.
So that stinks.
Yeah, drafted
right?
2020, yeah.
And then 2023, you're here. You get traded. That doesn't happen to everybody. Mm-hmm. You haven't even played you played a year in Montreal.
I played a year in Montreal. I was the health scratch for most of the year, but I played 3 or 4 games or something like that. Yeah.
So then you lose a year to COVID. You play a little bit, you get traded, you come here, and you have, I thought, a really good 2023. You were just here we go. Yeah. And then you blow your knee out, right? You've had a lot of crap happen to you already.
It's been a roller coaster for sure,
yeah. I'll get to the knee thing a little bit, but what do you remember about your first CFL game?
I just remember being so nervous, but at the same time, extremely excited for the opportunity. I didn't get a lot of snaps. I think I got 4 or 5 snaps or something like that. But
was it a big deal? Did your folks come to?
I'm pretty sure they came to that game. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what game it was, but
it said in the thing that I was checking it was versus Ottawa on the Labor Day weekend.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I remember that. I played right at the end of the game, so they were probably there.
Yeah. Well, so what's it like when you barely have any tape and you get traded? Were you?
I had a really good training camp. So I had a lot of tape from training camp and practices and stuff, and I'd send them to my agent. I was a little angry about it because I thought I had a really good camp and I thought I was playing well, but they ran an All-American D line at that point. So. And it was a bunch of older guys. So it was Nick Usher, Armando Sewell, Woody Barron, Michael Wakefield, all great players ahead of me, right? And and I think the only other Canadian was David Menard. So everybody was way older than me, way more experienced, way more talented at that point. So it was great in that aspect, learning from them, and I've learned so much from those guys, and I appreciate them and whatnot. But it's obviously hard for any player not playing when you want to, right? But you just got to put your time in and put the work in and then hope for the best opportunity.
But when you get a call from a team like this and they say, hey, we've traded for you, maybe at first you're pissed off because you don't want to be traded, but then it does represent an opportunity, right? Because this team plays Canadian D tackles too.
Well, and that's why I was excited for the opportunity, because I knew they played a Canadian D tackle, and I knew they wanted to. I can't remember. They said they were going to draft me, and I think they were like 2 spots below where I got drafted. So if I think they also, if I was going to get put on like PR in Montreal, like they were going to pick me up.
Right.
So I knew they were interested for a while, and my agent was keeping tabs with that stuff. So, yeah, I was excited for the opportunity, and I knew I had a chance to get on the field. So
yeah. What have you learned from guys like Jake and Willie and some of the vets in here? You mentioned the guys in Montreal that helped you. What about the guys here?
Oh, just tons of things, like just game knowledge, like how to play certain plays, like how Jake plays something versus like how Willie plays something, or how like Jackson Jeffcoat and like Casey Sales and Ricky and all that. Everybody has different play styles, and they all have like so much experience in certain things and how they play things that you can like absorb all of that and like make your own style out of it, right? So I take a lot from Jake in terms of like power and you know, headbutting people and stuff like that. And like game knowledge, like he's a very smart player.
Yeah. Like
he very rarely makes mistakes. He's always in his gap. He's always doing his assignment, and that's a big reason why he's played for so long. Like and why he's such a good player is because he's able to do his job every single time at a high level. And then, like, you know, pass rush moves like Casey and Ricky, like, as D tackles, always had, like, great finesse moves and, like, work different things. And then, like, from an end perspective, because sometimes I get end reps here and there, you know, like how Willie plays the game versus how, like, Jackson Jeffcoat did, or, like, how James Vaughters does. It's, like, completely different styles, right?
So you try to steal a little bit from everybody, right?
Exactly. I mean, everybody has their own limits. Like, I can't do everything Willie Jefferson can, obviously. Yeah. So, you know, you take little things here and there that you can apply to your own game.
Yeah.
And you go from there.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a bad memory or you want to talk about it, but the knee injury, you were telling a story in camp when you got back on the field the first day. There was a bunch of media that wanted to talk to you. It sounded like a really weird deal where you thought you'd kind of tweaked your knee. And
I didn't feel it at all.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was crazy.
Let's retell that story. You go into the locker room, they go to look at your knee, and they say, hey, we got a problem.
I don't have an ACL.
Yeah, you don't have an ACL.
Yeah, that's basically how it went. Because, like, I'd like know the play had happened. Because it's the only play I can think of where it would have happened. I was like slanting into a gap, and like the O lineman was like leaning on me in a weird way, and I kind of like hyperextended my leg as I like reached it out for like half a second. So I didn't feel any pop or anything like that, and there wasn't any like sharp pain or anything that comes with like tearing your ACL. And I kept playing, so I played the rest of that drive, and I came off a bunch of plays later, and I was like, oh, this feels kind of weird, like. So I went up to Al, and I was like, hey, can we get it checked out? And he's like, yeah, we'll check it out at halftime. So, you know, I'm like jogging into half, like not thinking much of it, right? And I get in there, and the doctor does like the Lockman test, and he's messing around with my knee and checking all the ligaments. And he's like, yeah, you don't have an ACL. And I was like, oh, my God. I was like, is that supposed to hurt? Like, people go down, like they get carted off the field. Like, I was like, I don't know. It was such a shock because I expected it to be, you know, something light, you know, but. Yeah, he was torn, and then I sat in the locker room. I was just defeated at that point. You know, I called my mom and my dad and told them the news and stuff, and then kind of just like absorbed it all, and yeah, went from there.
You kind of know then that you're done for a long time, right?
Yeah.
But I can remember, I don't know how, it wasn't that long after walking by the gym, and you're in there squatting and doing all like. Yeah, you attacked it.
Oh, I mean, so before I got the surgery, like. I think 3 days after the game, I was like, I could pistol squat. Like I was front squatting like 405. I could run. I didn't have any issues, which is why, and like no swelling or anything like that either. So like they were just like, yeah, well, they first offered me, they said you could play with a brace. Like we could rehab it for 6 weeks, put a brace on it, see how it feels, and go from there. And you know, it's tough because like you do something again and you blow your knee out again, like you blow everything, and then you're
right.
really in trouble, right? So I kind of made the decision, being, you know, still young, to go with the surgery route and repair it and whatnot. So
what did you say? You did pistol squat? What was that?
It's just like squatting on one leg.
And how much was that?
Let me just translate for you. It's ridiculous. Yeah. What he just said is ridiculous.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get.
There you go. Let me clear that up for you. Yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah,
you said 405 like the week like after the injury.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just like a normal gym session for me. So I was confused. I was like, this
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. I remember I walked back to the bus after the game, and I went up to the doctor, and I was like, we got to check this again, man. Like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no shot this test is 100% true. And he's like, well, it's not always like the most accurate results, but we'll get an MRI and we'll get it checked out for you. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it was.
Well, and so one of the sometimes I think people forget how close guys get in the locker room, because you had a different kinship with Dalton and Jamal Parker, right? Because you guys all had the same thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
and you've said pretty open, and so was Jamal when we had him on the show. Dalton too on the podcast, about how you guys kind of leaned on each other to get through it, because it's a
grind. Yeah.
It's a grind, but it's like there's just blackness in front of you for so long, right before you can start to see the light. And okay, I'll be good by training camp. But getting through that slog must have been hard.
Yeah, for sure. And I couldn't imagine doing it alone. So, having those guys pretty much like the entire process was extremely helpful, like mentally and physically.
Yeah.
Help you push yourself, like seeing them push themselves. And you just know that, you have people with you along the way, right?
Yeah. And it's funny too, because guys don't all heal the same. I know your
not at all.
ACL.
They're also like 200 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
shot to them. Like,
No.
I'm just heavier, right? So
Yeah.
it's going to hurt a little more doing certain things. Like, I remember doing like small jumps and landing on it. I was just like, geez, holy Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when you're in the recovery, how arduous is the every gym session?
You like that word, eh?
I do like that word.
Yeah. The interviewers were like, oh. I was like, yeah, you didn't think I could say something like that, huh?
No, that's right. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah. It was tough, like, especially in the beginning when you can't really do much, like after the stitches heal and whatnot, and you're like getting into, because like in the beginning you start just like extending and contracting, right? And then you eventually move into standing up and like leaning on it and like doing small movements and stuff. And then you get into the gym and you start doing like weighted movements and body weight movements and stuff like that. And it's all super painful and super hard to do in the beginning, and you feel super weak, and you're used to being like a stronger person, right? And then you just like lose all this strength in one leg, and it's crazy having to like start from the ground up, basically.
Sounds arduous.
It does, yes.
So when you get back on the field this year, and I always ask this, but the guys really give good answers all the time about the appreciation for everything changes, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So how did it change for you, having a year away from it, what you love so much?
It just makes you like, I don't know. When something's taken away from you, you don't realize how much you miss it until it's gone, right? So, as corny as that sounds, but getting back on the field, it was just like a breath of fresh air, like getting to be with your teammates. You not that you're not a part of the team when you're injured and stuff, but you feel more like you're part of the team again.
Yeah.
And just getting to play the sport you love that you've been playing forever again is you just feel grateful.
Grey Cup week must have been hard.
Yeah.
I mean, for all kinds of reasons, but not even be able to put on your gear and go out there and.
Yeah, and I think I was running her at that point too.
Yeah.
So
you're close, but not.
Yeah. Not
damn, eh?
There,
Yeah. Well, you're through it.
Yeah.
Right. You made it through it.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh. Let's do the Duron equipment chunk here, right?
Yeah, let's do it. So we'll move right along to the not so super secret giveaway after the third week running here. And of course, it's brought to you by Duron Equipment. So we'll run the ad that took us 7 months to make. Not actually, but we'll run the ad now.
Before the noise, before the lights, the work's already begun. You don't show up halfway. You gear up. You check your work. You take pride in every moment, every step, every snap. Here, trust isn't talked about. It's earned, day after day. We are built the same way, with trust, loyalty, and hard work. Duron Equipment, we are more than construction. We are part of the team.
All right, let's move right along here to the.
How about that ad? There's a cool ad.
How about
It
that
was
ad?
sick. Yeah.
Cam,
I
you like that
loved
ad? Yeah.
Tony Jones, the voice of Tony Jones.
Yeah, he did an awesome job. He helped us out and voiced that spot for us and was acting in the studio for us. He did a great job. And shout out to Durano Clement. Thanks to them for sponsoring the show. He was an excellent talent. Anyways, so as usual, we're going to be giving away a Cam Lawson jersey to someone in chat. As usual, the stipulation is you got to be able to come pick it up at the Bomber store in person. We don't ship them out. That's just kind of how it works right now. So that link will be in the chat right away. You sign up with your email for an entry, bonus entry for subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. So you can get up to 2 entries for that jersey. And then we're also at the same link, just by doing the same thing with your email, you're entered to win a pair of Brad Paisley tickets for Grey Cup Week. So that's the concert on the Saturday of Grey Cup Week, I believe, at Canada Life Centre downtown. So that link will be in the chat right away. So head over there, enter. Could win a Cam Lawson jersey. Could win a Brad Paisley ticket jersey. Brad Paisley tickets as well. And while those are rolling in, we're going to just ask a couple questions to Cam here. And I think I'm going to ask one first. Forgive me. I wasn't a huge football guy before coming to the Bombers, so maybe this is a dumb question, but
Go nuts.
I want you to talk to me about playing maybe a less heralded position on the football field. I think that there's some positions that get a lot of attention and maybe more glory, or however you want to put it. But what was it like kind of coming up playing this? I know you started at tight end, but then you transitioned. But what was it like playing that position? Was there ever a part of you that like wanted to be in the spotlight more, so to speak, and or how have you viewed that over the course of your career?
I mean, like, when I first started playing football, I didn't even know what position I could have played. Like, I kind of started, I applied to play or whatever. I filled out the forms and stuff and tried out, and they're like, we're going to put you at tight end. And that's kind of how it started. And I was more of a blocking tight end anyways, because I was still like a bigger kid. And then once I flipped to the defensive side of the ball, I was like, oh, I like this a lot more. But I've never really cared too much about like the whole spotlight thing. Like you could still get spotlight as a D tackle. Like, you know, you get a big sack or
An interception?
yeah, that too. Yeah. Or when you drop one.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, in Toronto, my first year, that was bad. It was brutal.
Okay.
And then a great answer. And here's speaking of having a big moment, there was people talking in the chat earlier about your bull rush versus Yosh, and then blowing up the quarterback and turning that into a forced fumble. You want to just take us through that play? A bunch of people were talking about it in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. So we were running a play where I was in like the 3 tech or the B gap, and I had outside contain on pass. And so it's kind of awkward to make like a pass rush move going from one gap to the other gap on the outside. And so I kind of just like went out to the contain side and just like leaned into him and started bull rushing him. And then I realized I got good extension. So I was like driving hard and like pushing him back. And then I kind of locked it out completely when I got to the quarterback and like threw him into the ball in his hands and stuff. And then I was like, I saw like Trevor like fumbling around or something, so I wasn't like 100% sure if he had dropped it yet or anything. So I like came around and I was like about to like throw him, and I saw the ball on the ground and I was like trying to like army crawl over it on the ground, and then Tony came in and like blew me up and like took the ball away, and I was just like, yes, thank God somebody got that.
Yeah, right at the 5-yard line too, or so, right? Wasn't
Yeah, it was a good spot. Yeah,
that was
something like
awesome.
that.
Yeah, super cool. As those, again, for people that are just joining us, you got that jersey giveaway link in the chat for the Cam Lawson jersey and also the Brad Paisley tickets. So make sure you check that out. We'll take one more question before moving along to the rest of the show, and then we're going to take more fan questions at the end of the show as well.
Sweet.
Here, let's get him. People are talking about the Joey Chestnut thing. You were talking about eating 70 wings, 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the argument
Of
that's
course,
been going
the
around?
goat. The goat.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So why don't you
Yes.
weigh in? Is Joey Chestnut a top 5 American athlete of all time?
Okay, that's tough because you got some greats up there, and he's definitely like top 5 in terms of dominant athletes of all time. Like he's like the Shaquille
This is
O'Neal
driving
of
me
speed
crazy.
eating. It's crazy.
He's not even an athlete, though.
Can you eat hot dogs like that?
No, but I can't slam a basketball either. I think.
Yeah, well, exactly.
But one is what an athlete does. One is what someone that's just gorging does.
Well, he's training his stomach to be able to take all that in.
Interesting. The training element. We haven't explored the training element yet of like what.
Yeah, I don't even know what goes into something like that. Like, do you like have days where you just like, I'm going to eat 60 hot dogs in a row today, or something like that?
Not an athlete. Come on.
What is his warm up? So yes, he is.
Yeah, the warm up would be great. Drink some olive oil. Shout out to Bot.
Yes or no, Joey Chestnut, top 5 American athlete of all time.
I'm gonna say no because there's too many greats, but he's like top 10 for sure. 100%.
Okay, top 10.
Yeah,
top 10
100%.
American athlete of all time. All right, I love it. Ed, you're in agreement. It looks like.
No, I can. Oh man.
Have you watched him in
Yes,
competition?
and it makes me sick.
Oh, that's how you know it's
Just
athletic.
jamming it- Was that what
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, that's
the
how you
true
know
sign,
it's
isn't it?
athletic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Thanks, Cam.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, okay. That's thrown me off here that he's considered an athlete
The
still.
outline's gone. The outline is now gone.
I wanted to, somebody asked a great question about the play in the Labor Day Classic. That game was crazy because Tanner went out with an injury, and then you guys are busy as hell in the middle, you and Jake, and the rotation that was in there.
Yeah, and we had to step in for his special teams and stuff.
Yeah.
As well,
Now, it depends on your viewpoint. I've been saying this since the game. I liked what I saw from you guys on that day in terms of they're supposed to be the measuring stick team, and the Bombers went toe to toe in the middle of the ring, so to speak, and traded punches, and the rally showed me something. I think that can carry. I mean, people don't like momentum sometimes, the momentum term, but I think that can carry into this week, don't you? I think there was something that happened that day.
Oh,
that's
100%.
good.
Yeah. There's things you can, like, things that were successful for us that we can use and continue and carry on into this game and build off of as well. And it gives you confidence in your ability to make plays against teams and stuff like that as well, right? So I think we have a great chance with them coming here to, beat them and take them on and stuff. And, it's always going to be heated between us. So
Yeah.
it's always a great game whenever we head out over there and all their fans are screaming at us and whatnot. So,
Yeah. Have you heard anything really bad when you're on the sidelines there?
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
The
yeah.
stuff we can't say on the.
I'll be sitting on the bench and some dudes will, stuff you definitely can't say on here. And some random guy from behind me is like just cussing me out for no reason.
Yeah. I'm always amazed that, I mean, I was a fan growing up too, but if I had the seat along the first row at the back of the bench and you're not really separated by anything, I'd be real careful about what I said because.
Because I'm going to jump back there
maybe.
and just
I don't
beat
know.
the crap out of him, right?
Yeah.
They take no prisoners there. They go after everyone. It doesn't matter.
Oh, for
Doctors, media team, Ed,
they'll
Wade. They do not care.
No, not at all. Not at all. Even when you're like the game's over and you're like walking back into your into the locker room, they're like just chirping the crap out of you.
Well, after the game, I don't hear it much because I'm up in the press box, but when the game's over, I put all my stuff together and I race to try to get on the elevator with the coaches because they hold an elevator.
Yeah.
And we're walking that way and people are spilling out of the suites and right away they're yelling, "You guys suck." And I'm thinking, really? Up here you're supposed to be the high rollers and the classy people, but apparently not.
It's good though. I mean, you want passionate fans,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, but sometimes there's a line that you
Just don't like physically altercate with anybody.
I like how you think that
Anything verbal. Anything verbal is
Yeah,
fair
say
game.
whatever you want. I don't care. I mean, it's like we're not softies, right?
Yeah.
Like we're playing football for a
true.
reason.
Okay, so just to kind of build on that, the team's 6-5, still got 2 more against Saskatchewan. What do you like about what's kind of percolating with this group?
Percolating.
You like percolating?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Percolating and arduous.
It's a great one, yeah. I think we're getting better every week, and I think we're getting better at adapting to our game plan and executing it more, and so I like where we're heading in that aspect, and it all the regular season is just kind of like the pre-show to the main show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the playoffs is where it all begins, and like teams can go from 9-8 or whatever it is, 9-10, or 9-9 or whatever, and go into the playoffs and win it all, right? So I think just doing our best to correct mistakes, getting better, working hard, and like getting closer as a team so that we can eventually take that and bring it into the playoffs and be our best version of ourselves, which I think when we play our best football, like nobody can beat us.
Yeah, we've seen snippets of it, haven't we?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
100%. Like when we put it all together, like, I mean, you see them, like when we were in Calgary, we were up like whatever, 21-0 or something like that. And same thing in SAS, like we were up like 10-0, like we were firing on all cylinders, but it has to be consistent and it has to be throughout the whole game.
I think sometimes we also forget about how much change there has been. As much as there's stability with this roster, there's been some changes on D. You got new corners, and Retta wasn't on defense, and like we said, Tanner got hurt, so that impacts a lot of things. And,
Yeah, 100%.
And then on offense, like Pokey Wilson's back now, and Dylan Mitchell and Peyton Logan took a while to get into the lineup. So there's a lot of change with a team that's still. So there's still a lot to I think, and like you said, hell, if there's a home playoff game here, it's awesome. That's what we want. But if this team has to go on the road and win a couple, we've seen it before too. So
And we're not afraid to do that, right?
Yeah, right on. I like how you're thinking, man. It's the way you got to think. Okay, let's dive back into some more fan questions. Okay, Josh?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a few fan questions, and then we'll wrap up. So let's start with this question, which is there a best O-line trash talker in the CFL? Does that happen when you're in the trenches?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like, I think it's more so with the offensive tackles. Like, I don't get it as much with like guards and centers. They'll just kind of say weird stuff, or they'll like laugh at you a little bit. I don't know. We're usually like pretty nice because most of us are Canadians, and like I personally don't really trash talk because I'm usually just out of breath at that point.
Yeah.
So like I don't even want to put the effort in to like say something.
Yeah.
I would not even think of an O-lineman trash talking, but maybe they do. Eh?
Oh, for sure. Like
Yeah.
there's definitely O-line. I've like had a bunch in my lifetime that have done it, but in terms of CFL, I'm trying to think who would trash talk me the most. Yosh used to trash talk me a lot when he was here.
Oh, yeah.
In practice.
Yeah, in practice for sure.
Yeah, he was quite the voice on the sidelines.
Yeah, he was crazy. But I don't know. I haven't had anybody this year for sure that's like really like said anything to me. I know Jake has gotten a couple of guys that like we're like roasting him, and I'm like, he's like 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
He's just gonna like run you over the next play. Like, relax. Yeah, no, I can't pick out a certain guy. I don't really know.
All good. Moving on. Next question. I'm just scrolling through the chat here. Could you play emergency O-line?
Hell yeah.
I like
yeah,
that.
for
I like
sure.
The
I played
conviction.
O-line in high school, and then I was getting recruited for O-line in university as well because I was really good at it. And I would do like scout O-line for my defensive like ends and stuff like that, and I would lock them up all the time.
Look at that.
All the time. And yeah, I think you give me like a week of like taking one-on-ones and stuff like that, I could play emergency O-line for sure. For sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Next question is, do you have a favorite place to eat in Winnipeg when you're going out?
Ooh.
Depends on what for, probably, right? Because if you can pound back the wings.
Yeah, for wings,
You got a wing spot?
I need some recommendations, honestly. I don't really have like a set. I go to Montana's on like wing night and stuff like that sometimes, but like an actual like family place.
What's that place out that you used to rave
What's that?
about in Transcona? Isn't there
Oh,
one?
Little Bones. Little Bones is really
Little
good.
Bones good?
Yeah, it's far though. If you live by the stadium, it's far,
Yeah,
but it's
Transcona
good.
is far, yeah.
It's really
I live in
good.
Charleswood, so I'm,
It's for headless.
That's where I am too. Yeah.
we went to Bell's.
Ooh, shout out Bells.
That place was fire. Oh
Yes.
my God.
That's in Transcona too, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
right
it
by
was
my
far.
house, yeah.
It was like 30, 38, 39
Little
minutes from
Bones
me.
is farther than that.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was out there, but it was worth it for sure. That place was sweet. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Thank
shout
you
out
for all the
Bell's.
hospitality and the food and everything. It was
Did they have the D line out?
Yeah.
'Cause they had the O-line out too, right?
Yeah, I was working when I went with
Yeah.
the O line. Definitely a lot of work, not a lot of eating.
Oh,
It was really good. Bell's is awesome. Their food is
Yeah,
fantastic.
They're great. That's probably the best barbecue I've had in Winnipeg.
I would agree with that. Not really close even, and it's authentic barbecue too. Like,
Yeah, it was legit.
they
Like
give
even
you a
the
tray,
desserts.
you go sit down. The banana pudding was
crazy.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome. And then I had really good Vietnamese food at TH Dang's.
TH Dang's,
Classic.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just down Pemba there,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, I went there. I go there with my housemates all the time. And then where else do I go usually?
who are their housemates? Are your teammates?
No, they're not teammates.
Okay.
They're fellow Winnipeggers.
All right.
Where else do I go? I guess Stella's for breakfast. That's kind of basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question is, what is your game day like hype up playlist? Like we always see you locked in with the beats, got them going.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
what's on the hype playlist on game days?
It's
Please tell me it's not George Michael.
some people like slow music before games, and I don't really get that.
Yeah, I don't even get it.
Because I'm trying to get like the blood pumping and stuff. But no, I listen to a lot of like punk rock, classic rock. What else? Like a lot of 3 Days Grace. A lot of 3 Days Grace.
Okay, give us some more bands. People like to know that.
Breaking Benjamin.
Oh yeah.
Sum 41, Blink 182, My Chemical Romance, Beartooth, I Prevail, probably like one of my favorites. And then like classics like Metallica, Ozzy Osbourne, and stuff like that. Just stuff that gets you going.
Yeah, right on.
That's sweet. I'm into all that.
Yeah.
Next question is, do you have a favorite pass rush move? I don't know if you want to give up any secrets on live television, but
No, it's fine. They see it on film anyways, so. Yeah, for sure. Like I love, what I call it is kind of just like, it's a power move. Like it's kind of like a hybrid between a bull rush and like I don't even know what to call it. I like basically I'll like get off the ball and I'll like jab, and then when I'll try to get the O-line to shoot their hands, and then I'll try and catch them like under the arm or like under their armpit and like turn their shoulder and then like rip through. And I've done that forever. And that's like one of my like basic moves. Pass rush moves, like Von Miller talked about this before. They're kind of overrated. Like if you look at all of Von Miller's like 100 and something sacks throughout his career, like maybe like the highlighted ones, like the 10 or 15 of them are like actual pass rush moves, like the ghost rush or like he spins or something like that, where the rest are like he gets off the ball extremely fast and like runs around the guy, or he like powers through them and like slips under and stuff like that. So like all those like fancy pass rush moves you like hear about and stuff, they're rarely gonna work and are rarely applicable. You really have to like set them up. But I think just working with like a lot of great power and a lot of speed off the ball will get you far.
Mm. It
nice.
sounds
Awesome.
like a D-line guy was asking that question.
Maybe, yeah. And then I think this is we'll do like last call for questions. I think this is maybe the last one that we have. But do you have a toughest or like most memorable guy that you've had to go up against that that comes out to the top of your head?
Toughest guy.
I'm glad that it's not an answer on the tip of your tongue right away. Cause
Drew was pretty hard to go against. Drew Desjardins in
Yeah.
Ottawa. He was tough. I don't think I won a rep against him last time I played him. Like I got some good push on him here and there, but like I don't think I won a one-on-one against him. Like he's very good. I think he's probably got to be like one of the toughest for sure. Yeah.
Nice, cool. Well, that I think brings us to the end of the show here. We've taken up a ton of your time. We really appreciate it. So
Yeah, no
Yeah.
worries.
I'll throw it over to Ed to wrap us up.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us on Wednesday. We usually do Tuesday. Sorry for the people upstairs that brought us the brisket that we missed out on. We had to move the show to Wednesday because the team was off yesterday or in meetings and stuff, and so we couldn't line up a guy. So thanks, Camper. I know you didn't get asked until like yesterday if you could do this, so appreciate you fitting us in. As always, it was great. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks to everybody for joining us. We're going to try to be back next Tuesday at 3 and if you missed the show, it's on our YouTube page, the Blue Bombers YouTube page. I'll tweet it out, or I'll include it on our in my story for tomorrow or whenever we can get it posted. So it's out there if you need to find it. Thanks for I'm assuming we got a bit of a push from the guys from Winnipeg Sports Talk like they always do.
I was distracted with the new camera, so I didn't look. But if they did, as they usually do,
They
shout out
usually
Winnipeg
do.
Sports Talk.
Hustler and Remo, thanks for that. Remember to like and subscribe, as they always say, ring that bell, and join us. Join us next Tuesday at 3 on the Blue Bombers YouTube page and on X. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you then.